Hello and good evening to DeFiChain News on the 16th of November 2022, the news show that always provides you with the latest updates on the DeFiChain project. If you like the show, then let's go crazy on the like button. It helps the project, subscribe and click the bell button at the end. And stay until the very end, because then we're gonna talk about the next shows and dates on DeFiChain. And normally I would welcome now my friend and co-moderator DC, but he's in India this week and not in the studio. DC, greetings from the newsroom to India. Enjoy your trip and the spicy Indian food. Okay, friends, then I would say we jump right into the headlines and see what's new on DeFiChain. First, we're going to talk a little bit about the consortium and the new DeFiChain bridge that we announced in our thumbnail. Then the release candidate for Grand Central Testnet was released. We're talking a little bit about the hard fork. Then the last CFP DeFi voting 2022 has begun. Notable mentions, community project updates, and last but not least, like always, the future dates. Good. What the heck is the consortium and what is the story about the new bridge? So, in the past, we had more or less only one entry point to DeFiChain, and that was Cake DeFi. Cake did an amazing job to convert or to wrap all kind of assets that came from outside onto the DeFiChain. But of course, in the sense of decentralization, we need several entrances on and to the DeFiChain. Even Cake did an amazing job. Thanks a lot for all your hard work. It's not the optimal solution. And of course, also a lot of work for Cake. And Cake said there has to be more players out there. And that's now possible. The so-called consortium will consist of several members. Each member can run a bridge. And these bridges are going to be able to convert assets from Ethereum chain onto the DeFi chain. So that works about in that way. If you become a member, and most likely it's gonna be companies who work with DeFi chain. For example, the first consortium member beside Cake is gonna be Burst Research. When this is approved by the foundation and by the first existing member Cake, then Burst Research can run a bridge, and this bridge will bridge over Wrap BTC to DBTC. USDT to DUSDT, USDC to DUSDC, and Ethereum to the Ethereum. So it's gonna work on Ethereum because that's the easiest. Native Bitcoin would be far more complicated, as understood, but that's absolutely fine. So in the future, you can swap in and out through several bridges all these assets. What's the benefit? The benefit is decentralization. There is also gonna be that the load is gonna be distributed over several members out there. Everybody who becomes a member has to put up some collateral. This is just to make sure if there's any foul play, the member would lose their collateral. Collateral is gonna be put up in DFI. How this all plays out in the future and what are the exact rules is going to be published pretty soon. We are aiming to get this live within the next 4 weeks, what I've heard. So until end of the year latest, the new bridge is up and running, and then we're going to see who stands up next and says, I want to become a member of the consortium. That's of course very beneficial for everyone, but also if you run your own bridge, maybe you can actually influence what's the throughput per day, because the collateral that you put up determines the throughput. So it's a very, very safe possibility to ensure that enough liquidity can flow in and out on DeFiChain. Of course, Daniel Kagara's bridge, the BNB bridge that he built, is still working. So we have then a couple of bridges that bridge from Ethereum chain to DeFiChain. That's going to be very important, of course, with EVM compatibility in the future. Then we've got Cake. I think Cake's going to do this most likely also in the future. And then we've got the BNB bridge from Dr. Daniel Kagara. So that's the story about consortium. I think that's a very, very important step into decentralization. Also to have more entry and access points on the chain. because if you want to grow, if you want to attract more capital, and with all these new efforts with DeFi Meta Chain and Hackathon and all efforts to grow our ecosystem, I think we just need more gateways on our chain. Good. We're gonna talk about this, or we're gonna report for sure if further things happen. But on the other side, check out the official channels. I'm sure all this information is gonna be published on time. The testnet version was released, so we are gonna planning to have a hard fork pretty soon. Grand Central version 2 of our net is gonna be coming pretty soon. Testnet was released already, release candidate 2 and 3. Couple of bugs were fixed, and everybody's got access to the testnet. Hey, test the hell out of the testnet. Try to break everything. Super important. We wanna see how things go, because only if stuff works, then the hard fork's gonna happen. Hard fork's gonna happen in November anyway, but let the team know if you find some errors, mistakes, bugs, whatever. Now it's time before everything is going on the mainnet. Then we are having the last voting round for DFIPs and CFPs 2022, and this is we're gonna go out with a bang. There are 16 CFPs on 6 DFIPs, and the voting started on Monday already. Let me have a quick look what changed over the last couple of hours. So I see a couple of projects have up to 26 votes already. So that's the majority. Majority at the moment is quite green. So everything is happy-peppy at the moment here in the voting. But we all know that's just the beginning. 26, that's a super tiny amount of votes if you consider that we have nearly 13,000 masternodes. So if you're a masternode owner out there, please cast your vote. I don't want to say it's your responsibility, but you have the privilege to vote on these proposals, and I think that's very important to do so. Decentralization is awesome, but it also kind of requires that people take action. So if you cast your vote, it's gonna help to see where the journey should go. I mean, it's super important. We're gonna spend a lot of money in this voting round, most likely. So it's nice to see that there's a high approval or disapproval for certain projects. Coming back to the projects, there were 3 projects that really did a great job on Reddit, and they were highly ranked. We did a video with them. So there was DeFi-Seedfinder. DC made a video with them. I had a video recording with Yu Ning from the Incubator, from the Burst Research team. The project is called Incubator Program. And then Andy and Bernd, thanks a lot. They made their own video because we couldn't find a recording time. And check it out. They explain what's their project all about. Makes it much easier. You hear it from the horse's mouth directly, and you see what all these projects are up to. The links, of course, are going to be linked in the show notes. Next point is notable mentions. So what happened over the last couple of days? There was a Twitter space by Julian where he spoke about the recent FTX downfall. And of course, he speaks also shares opportunities and use case for DeFiChain ecosystem, and also how the downfall of another big system in some way helps DeFiChain in the future, because he portrays that people are gonna flock more and more to decentralized exchanges, and security, of course, in decentralized exchanges. Very interesting. Check it out. Gonna put the link up there. It's also available as YouTube recording, that you not only hear Julian, but also see him in his presentation. Then there was an AMA from core developer Prasanna on Cointelegraph. Really nice to see a lot of people doing stuff with media. A lot of questions were asked how DeFi and Bitcoin is changing Web3. Check it out. Was really fun to watch. And then, like I mentioned before, the 3 rebuild videos that we recorded to support the voting. Good. Next point, massive point today again, community project updates. And I think the longest updates I've ever received to a project, and that's Defichain NFTs. Let me try that and not mix everything up. So DSEA.io, what is actually going to be an NFT trading platform, is now live on Binance Smart Chain. Unfortunately, they couldn't implement the function to accept BEP20 DFI token yet. So if somebody can help out in the community, maybe Daniel Kagara, if you hear that, maybe lend the guys a hand. They would really need support to make that happen, that you can pay with DFI for the NFTs. Hopefully the project's gonna come over to DeFiChain sooner or later. Because at the moment, guys, you're on the wrong chain, but I fully understand functionality is not possible on DeFiChain. Most likely this is gonna come 2023. They have a lot of cool new collections starting. They also do cooperations now with other projects. I think there's a DeFiChain Income collection coming out now, and with the D-Stocks team, there's a collection coming out. All the links to all these projects we're gonna put up on the show notes, of course. 100 beautiful designs, DeFiChain jellyfish in various colors and outfits up for grab. So many more things. And also related to the NFT team, as I understand, is the second DeFiChain Poker Night on the 19th of November. That's actually in 2 days or in 3 days German time. The first one, what I've heard, was a big success. The second one's gonna be even bigger. For the top 5 players, there are gonna be some prizes for grabs. So guys, yeah, everybody who likes Texas Hold'em, that's the place to be. DeFiChain Poker Night. There's also gonna be some information for the noobs. They're gonna be the first time in a poker tournament. Please get in touch on Telegram or Twitter with Holy Amanita. We're gonna link it also to the show notes. Gonna be for sure fun. Patrick, DeFiChain Podcast, InTheMarket released a new podcast on the 12th of November with Aleks. I haven't heard it yet, but for sure gonna listen to the latest episode. Title is Quitting a 9-to-5 job for crypto. Sounds interesting. It's available on Spotify and Apple. Don't miss it. I was also there. DC was there. He interviewed a couple of people already. It's really, really awesome. Super nice dude and fantastic project. I really like this new idea. Then our friends from Lock gave us an update. Beta testing successfully closed. 113 masternodes are up and running in the first 2 weeks. They also provide now CSV export for the reward history, that you have the proper documentation, most likely, if the taxman is knocking on your door. And of course, you can vote also in the actual DFIP CFP voting round. Link to a Twitter post gonna be linked into the show notes. Accelerator team, a new batch of jelly stickers will be available, they say probably, I think that's pretty sure, end of the week. Then the Learn Earn campaign, a long talked about topic, seems to be happening finally end of November. And a little information about the very successful airdrop. There was a Twitter post, gonna link that up. But like we kind of reported the last couple of weeks, 400,000 people on CoinMarketCap following the airdrop was really a big success. Also, the latest Brave visual is gonna be released and are available on defichain.ac. Downloads brave.zip. Also, gonna link that up. So I'm gonna link, I think, about 50 links up this week in the show notes. DFS Neo. We haven't heard from the guys for quite a while, but it looks like they are still working on a project. Very welcome. Every DEF token is now available for trading in the beta version, including logos, description, and graphs. Check that out. Major performance improvements on older devices was done. Reduced data consumption, minor user interface reworks, minor bug fixes, and working on limit and stop orders. That's going to be interesting because on the DEX, limit and stop orders are not working. So if on the Neo broker application that's working, that's going to be for sure super interesting. Mark, who put the Trello CFP tracker together, said all CFPs have reported some updates. So he's tracking what's going on there and giving a little bit information. Check that out. Cool project. My DeFiChain, I told you already, they recorded their own video. Thanks again for that. Video's gonna be linked in the show notes. Then the Tentacles Club On the 22nd of November, there's going to be an in-person meeting in Frankfurt am Main. Registration link is going to be in the show notes. On the 29th of November, there's going to be a meetup in Berlin. Registration link is going to be in the show notes. And then he said he will send an update on the Hamburg meetup that they had on the 15th of November. They had a small group, around 10 to 12 people. Yeah, gonna looking forward to hear a little bit more how it was going. Nice to see that in different areas in the world, some live community activities are happening. The next German community space is gonna be on the 21st of November at 8 o'clock German time. They did a survey and figured out that Monday and Thursday seem to be the days where most people want to join a German community space. So community spaces are normally held on Twitter. Several have been done already. Cool activity. And what I just learned before in the German news show is that there's Twitter space is going to be Monday, the following week is going to be Thursday, then it's going to be Monday, then it's going to be Thursday. So it enables or gives all people the possibility to join, even if they have some ongoing appointments on a Monday, then they can listen into at least next week on Thursday. DefiChainVotings.com is also working and overworking the website. I'm using that myself here in the news show always to check where we stand. They want to provide just a better interface for everybody to see what's going on with the votings. They also have a so-called vote-o-mate, what actually should help the masternode to cast their votes easier. Great idea, because end of the day, the easier it is, the more people gonna vote. It's gonna be interesting how that integrates also with the on-chain governments in the future. But I'm sure Michael is working on some really cool solutions there. Good. What else do we have? Yeah, next dates. Wednesday, next news show. Voting's gonna be finished then. Don't forget to vote. Like I said, Monday is the voting gonna conclude. And I not wanna repeat all the other events that gonna happen next week. Community updates, testnet, release candidate, most likely a new one. Then voting's gonna conclude. So many things. So I think, check out the show notes. Most of the stuff you're gonna find there. Anyway, that's it for today. Next week, DC is gonna be back in the studio. We're gonna do it together, and I'm gonna jump over and see who is waiting on the other side and answer the one or the other question if there is some. So for everybody else who is watching the recording, thanks for watching. Have a great evening and see you on the other side. Thank you and bye-bye. So let's see who is here. Thanks for all the thumbs up here. Hey, Fahad, welcome back. Then we've got Galen here. Hi, 150. Yeah. My birthday soon, but I turned 52. I think you ask about the price. Soon. No, we're doing okay. I think the market is quite crazy. I haven't even checked the prices today. I think it's always going up and down at the moment. Bitcoin has a little bit troubles hitting or going over 17. As soon as it hits, somebody is selling. Quite interesting what's going on there. But yeah, let's see. Good, then we have L.F. is here again. Hey, nice to checking in. Microchef is here, says hi. Don't forget the video, a like and a heart. Absolutely. Thanks a lot, Ferhat. Yo guys, no questions. If there are no questions tonight, then that's an easy one. It's 1 o'clock, 50 minutes in Singapore. I can't tell you what I'm gonna do next, and that means going to bed. I'm wishing you all out there a great evening. Thanks for joining in, also in the English news show. Share the show, promote the channel. It's gonna helping the project. We wanna grow. I think next step would be 20,000 followers on the English channel. It's a tough battle to grow the channel, so everybody who can help, really, really welcome. And if there's somebody out there who wants to do that in another language, we've got an English news show, we have the German news show, and we have an Italian news show. If anybody wants to do a Russian, French, Greek, whatever, hey, just hit me up. I'm very welcome to share all the insights and secrets with you guys. Everything what you have to do is then just sit in front of the camera and read the script and entertain the people out there. Guys and ladies, thanks for joining. Have a great evening. Stay cool in the markets, and have a great rest of the week. Have a nice evening. Thank you, and bye-bye.